From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established with it.
And, the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it, and the Bengals have recovered it. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And it's up and good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you...
And he loses the football a second time, and the Bengals grab it.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he's brought down after a good game. They'll give to Hyde. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Good.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. First down, Mayfield staying on his feet. And some room to work. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. Room here to run. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Dancing to his left. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Being chipped in. He can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hot.
Back to throw now on first down. Going deep downfield for... And this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start the drive with Howard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it again with Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Second down, here's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. 56. Mike, 56. Right. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard. Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Mayfield to throw it. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run high. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
He dumps it to high. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action. Mayfield steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a 1-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. 3-19. Leopard. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead. Mixon with a first down carry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jesse Bates, the rookie safety, his first pick in the league. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other in camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's a give to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
They'll go option on second down, right side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is third down and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
It online. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back, but that may not matter now.
Buying time to his left. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. And he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Mayfield to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Running left, it's Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out all From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On first down, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front line.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, The other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Looks to throw on first. And this is a catch by Tingan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Barrett to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On second down, Barrett. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Okay, folks, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Barrett. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know that under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Get up!
On second down, here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're
looking for? Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was looking that time for Stills. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flushed out right. And, it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now it's Ginn. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. It's looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing here, Barrett. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Again, it's Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Ohio! Ohio! Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hut!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! White 36! White 36!
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Barrett. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
We got three.
Barrett now on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White flex 90! Round! Flex round!
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And it's caught by Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Grand 38!
Off the play fake, Barrett. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. With 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Tuesday, go!
On 3rd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They run it again with Kamara. And some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They go play action here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
12, 20, 20. Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Wait.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Bryant's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Ohio!
On second down, Kamara. And he's got room. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Barrett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Flex round! Flex round!
On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. On second down, Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Get up! Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun. 11. Get up!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On third down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
11.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
There we go. Hey, express. Gun.
Now Ryan. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On 2nd down, Ryan rolling to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. So that'll back him up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Now Hundley keeps himself upright, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That close to taking a 4th quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then, doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing the ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but It's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Barrett looks to throw on first. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! 45 to Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Here we go! Flex 38! Flex 38!
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st down, Barrett to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Barrett. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it.
The Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, let's go!
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Falcons on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. Ryan. Flushed out right. Escapes the sack. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Ohio! Ohio!
Again, this is Camara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And running with power here. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The busy night continues for Camara. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the turkey leg award.
But he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! What? 90!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And he's got Sanu. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing, Hundley. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Saints, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And the offense getting set as they've got it first and goal from the 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a touchdown. Antonio Brown from 4 yards out. All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. And the offense getting set as they've got it first and goal from the 10. Vick will look to throw on first down. And he will have a touchdown. Tyler Eifert from 8 yards out. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. All right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. And now the offense getting set, first and 10. A first down throw coming for Vick. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going down to catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Back to throw. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Terrell Owens from 6 yards away. So that does it. Put this one in the books. A successful Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. See you next time. All right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. On first and 10, here's Vic. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll look to throw. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Terrell Owens from 10 yards out. Nice job. Congratulations, defeating the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. And now the offense getting set, first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal. Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And that'll bring up second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
It didn't work out this time, but there's always next time, and we'll see you next time right here on the... And the offense readies for a first down and 10. From the red zone now, Vic. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Now Michael Vick. And he will score. It's a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy from 6 yards away. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. All right, you saw the challenge on the screen. I don't need to repeat it. It's Solo Challenge. Madden Ultimate Team, go earn your key. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. First down, Vic. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he stopped immediately there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but there's always next time. We'll see you next time right here on the... And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Vic operating on 1st down. He finds McCoy. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
This for his running back, McCoy. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Here's Vic. And that'll be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Not the results you wanted, but the good news, practice makes perfect. We'll see you again right here on the Madden. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. To throw, Vic. Flush to his right. And this will be a touchdown. Tyler Eifert, a 24-yard touchdown. All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. They go play action here on first down. And it's a touchdown. Terrell Owens, 28 yards. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge.